Hey, Bonnie.
Hi, Frank.
Hi, sweetheart. How you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I am
Let me.
fantastic. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, this is great to have you. Let me introduce you to our audience.
Okay.
We all have stuff taking up space in attics, basements, and garages.
Very good. I love to hear it.
During this year's spring cleaning sweep at home, take a closer look because some of that stuff could be hidden treasure, and Frank's going to tell us about it. Frank is the very lucky man, I think, who spends all his time on the road digging for treasure across America on the History Channel's hit show, American Pickers. Frank, tell me how you got interested in antique collecting.
Bonnie, I think I was born into it. I mean, when I was a kid, I collected all the staples, like stamps and beer cans and rocks and coins. I mean, I did all that kind of stuff. Then as I got a little bit older, I worked and was able to buy some stuff. And I mean, I think it's kind of boring. I've just been collecting my whole entire life.
And tell us how you, with this Finding America's Treasures, tell us all about this program.
Oh, my God, I'm so excited. I'm teamed up with Craftsman. It's Finding American Treasures. And what we're looking for your old vintage tools, tractors, old signs, old bicycles, and what we'd like to do, you can visit facebook.com/craftsman. And what we're going to have is you can upload a photo of like your American treasure, be it whatever it is, and then you give me a little description on it, what it is, and every week on Facebook there, I'll be looking through all these and I'll pick out my 10 top favorites and I'll be making comments about them. And the killer thing about it is every time you upload a picture, you're registered to win a $100 gift certificate from Craftsman. So, that's not a bad deal,
Well, I know you're in competition with Antiques Roadshow, but this seems more personable. You've got an actual communication with the person with the.
Yeah, I mean, Antiques Roadshow is a complete different show. They sit back and people bring stuff to them. I travel thousands and thousands of miles a year looking for stuff. I do the back roads. We're totally two different concepts there.
So if I clean out my garage this summer and find something I think is worth it, I post it on Facebook,
Yep.
and you get it.
And you can post it on Facebook. Give me a little description of it, and then I'll tell you, if it's trash or treasure. What I always tell people, if you think you've got something old, get on the internet, get some reference materials, because just because it's old doesn't mean it's worth money.
And I'm going to ask you the $100 question. What if I don't have internet access or I'm a senior and I think something's worth it, but I trust you and I want you to come out and see it?
What I would do, I would check with some of the local appraisers in town. The best thing is to, if you're an elderly, I mean, you've got a granddaughter or grandson or something, those people are wizards on the computers these days. Get some kind of reference. Go to your local library. You can use it there, I mean, get on facebook.com with Craftsman. I mean, we'll be able to tell if that item is worth any money.
Is there any way that the novice can just take a look and think maybe something's worthwhile? Or there's some things that you can say that are hot items that we should be aware of?
I mean, sure. I mean, there's, the hot items. I mean, mid-century furniture. I mean, anything industrial. You've got your staples. Your toys are always going to be collectible. Advertising is going to be collectible. But a lot of that stuff, they make reproductions. So it pays to do your homework. Knowledge is power.
Okay, and you told me where I can find this knowledge. This is great. Tell me some of the stories that you have about picking. What is the most interesting, strange thing you've found?
Oh, I mean, we find strange stuff all the time. I don't know if, what would be strange. I mean, one great pick one time was I bought out this feed store and it had about 250 signs in it. And I sold it to a gentleman called Larry Singleton, and he's the buyer for Cracker Barrels. So he took all them signs and he's put them through all of his restaurants down south throughout the United States. So every time I walk into a Cracker Barrel, I see those signs I sold to him. So, that's kind of a neat deal.
That sounds great. I know. I go to Cracker Barrel and I do see those signs.
And
famous.
And most of that stuff at Cracker Barrel is actually real. I mean, they have buyers that buy that stuff from them, and people, and tell you the truth, sometimes they get overloads. I'd like to get in their barn and buy some of their stuff.
And do you know when you're coming to Chicago?
When I'm coming to Chicago, I'll be in Chicago July 22nd.
July 22nd.
Yeah,
okay.
I can't wait to come.
All right.
I love the Windy City.
And then when you come into a town, do you advertise as the Antiques Roadshow American Pickers?
No, it's going to be the Finding America's Treasures.
Finding American Treasures,
and we're teamed up with Craftsman.
All this is wonderful. I'll certainly look forward to it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, July 22nd, and we'll see you then. Chicago start picking, and we're going to meet Frank Fritz in person pretty soon.
All right, Bonnie, make sure you don't procrastinate. Make sure and clean out that garage now.
I'm going to go right out there now.
All right, you do it, girl.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you.